Elijah, come on, man. You can't give that speech and then not be up here with us. Come on. My apologies. I have learned how not to read off the paper, but on this one, I'm going to read off the paper. Tonight, Baltimore City has spoken clearly. And while not all the votes are in, with 70% reporting, we are still above 50% of the total vote in this city. And I will be proud and humbled to be your next Democratic nominee to be the City Council President of Baltimore. A lot of people made this moment happen, and I have to thank a very special number of folks. I want to begin by thanking our host tonight, Casey Jenkins, for his incredible hospitality. Darker Than Blue has the best jazz brunch in all of North America. You should come on Sundays. Casey, know this, when I become City Council President, great Black-owned businesses like Darker Than Blue will not be left behind. I want to thank my brother Jake, my godmother Jane, my best friends Jared and Emily, my parents Joan and Lou, and I want to thank you for deciding to not murder me when I was an obnoxious teenager. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I need to give a huge, huge thank you to my brilliant, beautiful wife, Rena. Thank you for putting up with all the nonsense of this past year. Campaigns are hard, but they are particularly hard on candidate spouses. That is why this year in our household, Father's Day has officially been canceled, and it is now Mother's Day 2.0. And let me say this, Rena does not like politics or, frankly, politicians. Present company excluded. But she has the keenest psychological insight of anyone I've ever met. And in addition to being an amazing mom, an amazing wife, she has kept me from making really dumb decisions. So for that, I thank you and I love you. Thank you to my incredible staff, both on the official city council side and on the campaign side. My greatest gift in life is to find and hire people that are smarter than me. Thank you to Maggie Master. Thank you to Maggie Master, our amazing chief of staff, and to our entire amazing city council office, whose constituent service operation is second to none. Maggie is the rare person in politics who is whip smart, kind, funny, and a grown-up. we would not be here without you. I am so incredibly proud of our field team, made up of all these young, hungry, scrappy, hopeful students, led by the indefatigable Jacob Chilton. Over the course of this campaign, we knocked on over 28,000 doors.
I think it's 30.
30,000 doors.
Today was 1,500, sorry.
30,000 doors, that's it. Thank you to our volunteers like Alex Holt, who came from every neighborhood in Baltimore and whose energy and commitment turned this entire city purple. Thank you to our consultants, who are some of the most brilliant, neurotic, nudgy, brilliant people in all of politics. And thank you to our campaign manager, Charlie. Charlie joined the team after we'd already launched and withstood a relentless barrage of hazing from the consultants, from Mike Castagnola, and from me. But listen, Charlie grew into the role. And in the end, with my guy Mike, he ran the best citywide campaign of any in the city of Baltimore. I also want to thank Mike, my other brother. Appreciate all that he did. Where's Mike at? There he is. Appreciate all that he did to make this happen as well. Thank you to our incredible campaign chairman, Ray Kelly, who is a living civil rights icon. No one has done more for justice in Baltimore than Ray Kelly. It's been an honor to have you lead this campaign.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you to my brother, our day one supporter, Mark Edelson is in the house. Delegate Edelson, who led the fight in Annapolis to preserve funding with my guy Jared Solomon to make sure Baltimore did not get cut from transportation funding. Thank you for your work. Thank you to Elijah Davis for being an inspiration to so many people following behind you. Know this, brother. In partnership with your leadership, when I become City Council President, we will create pathways for returning citizens to re-enter with respect and dignity. Thank you to my friend and mentor, Judge Wanda Hurd. Judge Hurd is a path breaker, a history maker, and the best church mother a Jewish guy could hope for. In addition to what she mentioned, the other thing that Judge Hurd taught me from doing the church circuit is that the devil is a liar. That's right. That's right. And, of course, God is good.
All the time. And all the time, God is good. Yes, sir.
Thank you to all of the amazing small businesses that supported us. You all are the heart and soul of our city. Anyone who knows me knows that I am a foodie and I am bougie. So when it comes to feeding our volunteers or doing the house parties, it needed to be gourmet. So much so that during early vote, when the sandwiches were coming around, we had supporters of other campaigns defect and put on a Zeke Cohen shirt simply to get that good Di Pasquale's Real Italian sandwich.
I'm about to say, that's a true story.
And then chicken.
Yes.
Thank you to my entire union family for being here tonight, for being here throughout this campaign. President Pat Moran from AFSCME is in the house. Know this, when I become council president, you will have a partner and a champion who will fight to make sure that working people can make enough to support a family with benefits and to be able to retire with dignity in this city. And again, a very special thank you to Tracy Lingo and Unite Here, Kim, all the folks who endorsed this campaign before anyone else did. Our hotel, stadium, and casino workers are a major part of what makes Charm City charming, and we will have your back. Thank you to all of the elected officials that stood with us through this journey. I have to shout out my Senator Cory McCray, Senator Mary Washington, our comptroller, Brooke Learman, our other comptroller, Bill Henry, Councilman Ryan Dorsey, who also won his campaign in a landslide, as we knew he would, Delegates Edelson and Lewis, our amazing early supporters, and everybody else. And of course, my dear, dear, dear friend, Delegate from MoCo, Delegate Jared Solomon. And I'm getting to him. Trust me, he's on the list. Thank you to my guy, Ivan Bates. Ever since Ivan took office, a crazy thing happened. Violent crime has fallen precipitously in Baltimore. See, Ivan has demanded accountability paired with services for people struggling with addiction and other mental health disorders. Well, I want to say this, Judge, and I want to say this to Ivan. When I become council president, you will have that partner in the city council president's office. So listen, we had a choice to make in this campaign. We could have done the thing that they tell you to do when you challenge an entrenched incumbent, which is to go negative. People said to me, Zeke, if you don't attack your opponent's character, you can't win. But that's not me. And that's not us in this room. Instead, we chose to make this campaign a testament to the heart and grit and soul of our great city.
That's right.
Instead of throwing mud and pulling our opponents down, we lifted up every community and every neighborhood in Baltimore. We proved that even in dark times, democracy can be hopeful and beautiful. I want to be the leader that brings people together instead of pulling people apart and finds the greatness in everyone.
They called it.
Let's go!
You did. Judge Hurd told me. Don't ever question a judge's wisdom. You'll get in big trouble. Look, when I become council president,
You are council president. You are council president.
now that I am the Democratic nominee to be a council president, the days of pitting public safety against justice are over. We can't have one without the other. Our elders deserve to feel safe walking home in their neighborhood, Judge Hurd, and returning citizens deserve a pathway back into society, Ray and Elijah.
Yes.
And we deserve a police force that is best in class, that recruits from within Baltimore, that gets out of the car and engages with residents from across our city in every neighborhood and every demographic. Let me say this, for the last 30 years, no one has wanted to confront the challenges or embrace the opportunities of Baltimore City public schools. While politicians argue over who's at fault, our children suffer. Well, guess what? When I get sworn in as City Council President, the days of saying that city schools are someone else's problem are over.
Yes, sir.
These are our children. We will take accountability for their academic outcomes. Our kids, all of our kids, Josh, deserve an excellent education, and our teachers, Franca, and the many, many, many teachers that are in this room right now deserve a City Council President that has your back. I also want to thank my brother, who I see in the back. Councilman Yitzi Schleifer is in the house. Good to see you, my man. I want to close, though. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed a line. Hang on. When I become council president, when I get sworn in as council president, we will no longer tolerate mediocre city services.
Yes.
As I said throughout this campaign, we pay double the while also supporting our workers. The City Council will be a legislative body that makes people feel proud. We will not be ruled by petty grievance, but by a commitment to truth, justice, excellence, and equity. And I want to close by talking about Jade.
Okay.
I remember meeting this little girl who was fierce and brilliant and hurting. I remember some painful nights where we didn't know where she was going to sleep. I remember thanking God for our board member, Suzanne Schlattman, who took her in. I remember that Jade did what my old mentor, Elijah Cummings, told all of us to do. She transformed her pain into passion and her passion into purpose. I remember this little girl from the Congo who helped pass the Maryland Dream Act. I remember this little girl from Baltimore who helped pass the Maryland Firearm Safety Act. I remember this immense sense of pride when she got her full scholarship to McDaniel, when she got into grad school, and then when she became a social worker, just like my mom. Jade, this entire city is so proud of you. I'm so proud to have been a small part of your journey. But Baltimore, here's the question we have to wrestle with. How many Jades are there in our city? How many young people whose lives have been littered with tragedy and heartbreak, not because of anything that they did, but because our systems are broken? How many of those same young people who we walk past every day on our corners could experience the triumphs Jade has had if we saw them and wrapped our arms around them? What if we treated those young men standing out there like they were our own kin? What if we both held them accountable, but also held them with love and grace? Jade is a living, breathing testament to what is possible when we invest in our young people. Baltimore, when I get sworn in as council president, we will lift up all of our children.
Yes.
We will build systems that support all of our families. Let me close on this note. Jade, when I get sworn in as city council president, you got a job in my office. And I also want to give a huge shout out to my brother Glover, Tony Glover. Councilman Glover is in the house. Yay! I look forward to our partnership, and I appreciate your heart and the work that you do. And I also want to give a huge shout out to my sister, Councilmember Danielle McCrae is in the house. We are going to be a fierce city council with Schleifer and McCrae and Glover and all of our 14 colleagues that are going to stand together, united for the city of Baltimore. And let me just close by saying this. I am incredibly proud of the campaign that we built. Just like Ray said, I am incredibly proud of the diversity that's in this room, the different races and ethnicities, religions, perspectives, all of us working together for a common goal. But guess what? We cannot lose that energy when I am sworn in as city council president. We need to continue to stay unified. We cannot allow any outside forces to divide us. We need to continue to remind folks that this isn't about me. This isn't about Zeke Cohen. This is about the city of Baltimore. And every single one of us in this room. And so let me just conclude, because y'all know I can talk. But let me just conclude by saying this. This truly has been the honor of a lifetime to get to serve in the 1st District. I am so proud of our record there. I'm so proud of our soon-to-be City Councilman Mark Parker. Who appears to be victorious in his race in District 1. But I want to say this. It is going to take all of us coming together, remaining united, standing strong in the face of adversity to get this done. Baltimore, let's get this done. Yeah!